Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight after Rangers 1-0 victory over Livingston at Ibrox. It was not a classic match. I don't think any of us expected it to be a wild night weather-wise at Ibrox. Really, it was absolutely abysmal, freezing and that swirling, smurry rain, as my mum would call it. And added to that, the side that Rangers put out. I asked Giovanni Van Bronckhorst in the press conference afterwards about the decision to maybe go with the two defensive midfielders, and he said sometimes you've got to pick with the players you've got, and that I think is in essence what we saw tonight. That's not a Rangers team that he would pick if he had the choice, but we were missing so many key players. No Aribo, no Kent, Scott Arfield and Kemar Roofe judged only fit enough for the bench, Ryan Jack as well. So it left us down to a big rump of squad players. One player that benefited was Alex Lowry, and the youngster was again Rangers' most impressive player in the first half. One superb slaloming run that Cedric Etienne should have gotten on the end of and scored a goal from. Apart from that, Rangers could have been 2-0 up at half-time despite not playing very well. A lovely move, to be fair, ended up with Fashion Sakala forcing a great save from the keeper, and Scott Wright had one cleared off the line. It was excellent defending from the Livingston player. Tension grew at Ibrox. We knew how big a night this was, and regardless of who was missing, we had to get the 3 points. It was just absolutely crucial. The longer the second half went on, then the more we began to worry, but he was able to turn to his bench today, thankfully. On came Kemar Roofe and on came Scott Arfield. Some of the players who've been on the fringes or aren't recognised first-teamers, like Scott Wright, like Cedric Etienne, I don't think did their case much good tonight. And they're now at a stage, both of them, where they have contributed in the Rangers' career as substitutes, but they're not taking advantage when they get starts. And you saw the difference when Roofe and Scotty Arfield came on. Even so, it took a wonderful goal from Scott Arfield. He just gets into the box with the timing of his run perfect, and then somehow has this little careful dink, flip, chip thing up and over the goalkeeper, who's a big lad, and in at the corner. They celebrated it like they knew how much it meant, and it meant a lot to Rangers at that point. Rangers saw the game out fairly straightforwardly from there. I don't think Alan McGregor's had a save to make, but the minutes did tick down rather slowly. And in the press conference afterwards, Gio said that, look, on Saturday we'll have back Aribo, Kent, we'll be able to start Scott Arfield and Kemar Roofe. And no team can be missing their... I'm forgetting Alfredo Morelos, of course, simply because he won't be back, but Alfie's a huge miss to us when he's not playing. So it was crucial. We just had to get the win tonight by hook or by crook. You would expect us to play better than that. We'll need to play better than that. We're away to Ross County on Saturday, and then we are away to Parkhead on the Wednesday. And you would expect bigger challenges in those games. Livingston were incredibly defensive tonight, but didn't threaten us. That won't be the case in the upcoming matches. I think that Gio won't have learned anything he didn't already know, such as Rangers, when we play two holding players against teams that are going to give us the ball, then we don't need it, and it just leaves us a bit stodgy in the middle of the park. The front three that was playing tonight, Sakala, Etienne, Wright, I think only Sakala, he's still inconsistent in a game, but he does keep trying to make things happen, and he was a constant threat tonight. But you bring on your key players. Roofe, he didn't do an awful lot, but his movement opened up Livingston a lot more than Etienne's had, and Scott Arfield, who was brilliant. David Martindale actually said afterwards that he's got quite a few goals against Livingston because he does something that other players don't do, the timing of his runs into his box. And in a night when Livingston were handling everything else we could throw at them, it took that X factor. Any team would miss players like Aribo and Kent. They're quality players, and having them back will be huge. And the transfer window, of course, closes on Monday. You're hopeful that Rangers would add players to it. I think we've all agreed that we need players coming in, if nothing else, just to give the place a boost. But I think we do need, certainly in that right wing area, somebody that can contribute a wee bit more than we've been getting from there this season. Right, folks, a great one. I have a feeling this one might be up there with the Motherwell one from last season in terms of pivotal come the end of the season, but I dare say it's not one we're going to rush to watch again on DVD. Thanks for listening to me. If you want to hear more from me, go to patreon.com/heartandhand. Until I speak to you again, take care. Bye-bye.